Alright, it is pre-release weekend for Phyrexia, All Will Be One, and we're opening up a collector booster here. I actually didn't expect to get this until next week. I feel like usually the physical cards don't get released till actual release weekend. So I was actually surprised when I saw that this got shipped a couple days ago. I figured it was, not actually going to leave until next week or something, but got it in the mail today, so ready to crack right into it. I haven't watched a single person or video of anyone opening these boosters yet, so I have no idea what to expect. I know for this set, I wrote it down here, there's 3,489 variants. So definitely gonna have to open a lot of packs to get everything. Just kidding, but I don't know. Looking at the spoilers for this set, there are so many different versions of cards that I honestly don't know which ones are going to be the most sought after. Like, is it going to be the borderless or the showcase or the, the Praetor concept arts, or I don't know. There's so many versions that I really don't know what to expect here. Not sure why I was waiting on that token for so long, but so we've got Malira, the Living Cure. So it looks like rares and such are in the back. So this is just the borderless treatment. Well, I think it is. This has more the inky look. So I think this is considered the showcase version. And we've got this Blight Belly Rat. So this might be the ink thing, because the finish of this card, like, if I didn't know any better, I almost suspect that it's fake, but it's like super smooth and glossy. Like, I mean, it doesn't feel plasticky. So it's just, this has to be that new raised ink foiling that I've heard about. Okay, so let's keep that in a separate pile. So, got a second rat. Bladed Ambassador. Synthesis Pod. This is a different set symbol, so this must be from the Commander deck. I can see we got a little Planeswalker there. We'll get to him. Mycosynth Gardens. Koth Fire of Resistance. So this is normal art and foil. Okay, then foil basic land. And then I assume we're going to have uncommons and commons up here in the back. Okay. Alright, let's get everything sorted here. So we'll do mythics and rares, and then just do uncommons here. And basics. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I don't know which versions of, like, say, Elish Norn and whatnot are going to be. I don't know which ones are most rare, so that's partly going to depend on which one people are, wanting to collect the most, but I don't know. A lot of them could be somewhat equal, and it's just a matter of which one people prefer. Okay, so Phyrexian Arena, Thrun, Breaker of Silence, Showcase Frame, Brass Anointer. Really, really glossy. I mean, it does look pretty good. It's got the, I don't know if you can see the Phyrexian symbol kind of here and across the whole card. But yeah, that's just like super smooth. It almost feels like plastic. Rustvine Cultivator. Blightbelly Rat. Tangleweave Armor, Commander card. Mirrex. Dark Slick Shores, regular foil, and then a land. Okay, yeah, we'll just take our time here. I'll speed up a little bit as we go, but first time seeing all these cards, so trying to figure it out. like every token we've had is Rebel. I guess the backs are a little bit different. Blue Sun's Twilight. Dark Slick Shores, full art. Merconvert. Thrumming Bird. Nebraska Noiter. Goliath Hatchery. Norn's Wellspring. Man, third Dark Slick Shores. That's about every version. I'm sure there's probably another version creeping around here somewhere. Kinkerbloom. Here you sacrifice. Nothing. Alright, on to the next one. Rebel. Oh, okay. Not everyone will be a Rebel. Okay. Razor Verge Thicket. Full art foil, so yeah, I guess that's another variant, so there is at least another Dark Slick Shores in here. Unctus Grand Meditect. Migla's Maze Crusher. This might be our first rare that has this super glossy finish. I still don't know if that's just a foil showcase or if that's the oil slick whatever. I mean, I know those come in the completed booster boxes, but I assume they came in collector boosters as well, but I don't know that for a fact. Vindictive Flamestalker. There's Atraxa. Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. I think that's all the same abilities that the original Atraxa had. Card type. Okay. Sort of like a Niv Mizzet Reborn sort of thing. Getting one of different types of cards. Yeah, I read the article on TCG Player about the different card numberings and the different types of cards, and I think I read another article or two kind of describing basically how to collect Phyrexia and all the different variants. And even after I read all those articles, I still had a little bit of confusion about what was what. Fourth Rebel, I should have guessed at that time. Rhea Ivor, Bane of Bladehold. So that's the callback to Hero of Bladehold. Kemba, Conjuring. Capricious Hellraiser. 3 less to cast if you have 9 or more cards in your graveyard. So this will probably be a 3 mana 4/4 most of the time. Wristvine Cultivator. Let's see, it's a common. Sinew Dancer. Step of the Storyteller. Monument to Perfection. The Rat King. Toxic One. I assume a lot of people will be trying to build Toxic or Infect commander decks. I don't think I'd ever seen a commander deck based around Infect prior to this. Maybe there was, but there's definitely a lot of cards that would support that now, so probably something to be on the lookout for. I think the main card that I'm wanting out of this set is the Vraska. Man, Rebel again. I'm going to guess that next time. Mycosynth Gardens. But the Vraska, I think, one, I like the art on it, on the black and white, like I think it's the manga horror style is what they're calling it. Double Sawblade Scamp. But I have a Karth commander deck that would probably fit into nicely. Gliss's Retriever. Venerated Rot Priest. Drivnod Carnage Dominus. Okay, yep, there's this cycle of the Panharmonicon style. I assume they're all Phyrexian horrors. So this one just doubles up death triggers. And a Plains. so we haven't seen any of the Phyrexianized planeswalkers yet. Rebel. They're all rebels. Every single one almost. Samurai. Is there samurais that come up in this set? Maybe the Wandering Emperor card. Oh, there's our second Koth. Encroaching Mycosynth. Koth Fire Resistance. So this is the... This kind of looks like that manga style, but... Yeah, I don't know. There's so many versions, I don't know what to call them all. Rock's Hex Gold Nabber. Dragon Wing Glider. Monument to Perfection, and a Forest. Yeah, and I'm not even going to worry about trying to guess prices or anything right now. It's literally not even release time yet, so everything will be moving all over the place. The only thing I know for sure is the Elish Norn, I'm sure will be very expensive. Just Rebel, yet again, just because everyone is going to want her for Commander. Urabrask Forge, Skrelv Defector Might, Bladed Ambassador, Necrogen Rot Priest, Rustvine Cultivator, Volshok Factory, Tablet of Completion, Malkator Purity Overseer. So kind of like a it's that mono white card that creates a 3/3 when it enters and gives it first strike. Yeah, I'm going slow, just kind of reading some of these cards. I've seen the spoilers, but as soon as I get the physical cards in front of me, I forget what they do, so just taking it all in. Well, I was going to guess Rebel, good thing I didn't. Synthesis Pod, Second Razor Verge Thicket, Kemba Enduring. I feel like we're getting a lot of the same cards. Sawblade Scamp, Bonepicker Scourge, Tangleweave Armorer, another living weapon, greatest mana value among your commanders. So I guess this would mean, does your commander have to be on the field for this to be not 0? Or is just having a commander good enough? Don't know. Murex, Mind Splice Apparatus, okay. 3 packs left. Haven't seen anything that strikes me as a big hitter yet. We've got double Koth, Rebel. Okay. It's weird that 90% of these are Rebels. Oh, I see something peeking out there. Evolved Spinoderm, Tyvar, Jubilant. Oh, I forgot he was in the set. Jubilant Brawler. I know some people consider this more of a combo card, or at least that's where its main potential is. Kenzu the Bleak Coven. I did see this in the spoilers. I've been torn whether I want to put this in my Struffen Vampire Commander deck. That deck, you know, likes to go big with vampires, and so this one would kind of fit. It's just exiling it is because there's so much reanimation in that deck. That makes me a little bit nervous, choosing to exile thing. It does have a cool effect. I might give it a try. But I was definitely a little bit on the fence about including that card or not. Kind of makes me think of the Timothar, Baron of Bats, sort of, from the Precon. Rebel again. Very odd to see the same thing over and over. Mondrak, Glory, Dominus. Okay, so this is the white Panharmonicon creature thing. So doubling up tokens, and I guess it's just tokens, not counters. Glissa, Sunslayer. Rat King again. Sinew Dancer. Thrumming Bird. Kimba's Banner. Monumental Facade. Urabrask's Forge. Forest. Alright, just one pack left. Give me an Elish Norn, even though I don't really want one for Commander, or any decks I have for that matter. Really, I just want a Vraska. It's about the only chase card I have for this set, at least as of right now. Rebel. Ah. What are the odds? Kimba. About the millionth time we've seen him. Ooh. There's a Jace Phyrexian. So that is not foil, just regular finish. Okay, so it's a reasonable hit. Urabrask Anointer, Bone Picker Scourge, Rustvine Cultivator. I see something that looks like a Kaito. Hexplate Wallbreaker, Urabrask's Forge, Kaito Dancing Shadow. So that's the foil version. Not bad. The text on this card is, I guess it doesn't look too bad on the camera. In person, it's almost looks blurry or pixelated. Really, the whole card kind of looks pixelated. Well, double Planeswalker pack to finish it off, so I guess can't complain about that, but... Alright guys, so after I was going through the cards that I just opened up in the collector box, I wanted to make a few observations, some that I think you'll be interested in. So, first of all, I want to say that this is the oil slick rays thing, the one that I was saying was really smooth and almost plasticky feeling. This is a regular foil. I mean, not sure how well you can see the difference on camera, but I will say that these oil slick rays foils, they do keep the contrast better. Like, even, so this is foil, regular foil, and this is non-foil. And, I mean, you can, my always problem with foils, when they foil the entire card is you lose a lot of the contrast. So that's why a lot of times I've always preferred the regular non-foil version. These oil slick raised foils seem to hold the contrast better. So I think it's a good foiling process that I think they will probably bring back in future sets that aren't Phyrexian related. It seems to be just a better foiling process in general compared to the what they've been using lately. And then speaking of what they have been using, it's easier to see on these colored cards, but I talked about how kind of blurry this is, but really all of the regular foil cards have this sort of pixelated look, and I feel like maybe we've seen that on a lot of recent sets too, but all of these, like, and some of them almost look textured at first when you first look at them, but pretty much all of the normal cards, normal foiling has this sort of a pixelated look. So that just makes me like even more firmly say that this is a better foiling process because like it's just completely smooth and you don't really see the individual pixels. So like that a lot better. But there is a downside here, or at least a problem, and it's going to be hard to see on this one, so I'll show you on a couple of others. But there is some QA issues. Let's see if we can get this on camera here. There are some major print lines on a lot of these. Well, actually, pretty much all of the ones that I've looked at. Like right down here, there, you can kind of see it glimmering right there. There's a print line running here, and then there's a horizontal one running across as well. I think you might be able to see it on this one better. It's kind of at the tip of my thumb. There, you can see it glimmer every now and then when I rock it back and forth. But I've noticed several print lines on these. One of these had some like major, I would almost call surface damage. Not even the print lines, but two like big dimples on the foiling. So here's so you can see that pin dot down there, and then there was actually another one. It really just jumped out at me earlier. Having trouble finding it now. Kind of up there in the corner. But I definitely saw another one earlier. Not finding it now, but these all of these oil slick raised foils, they all seem to have print lines, like pretty significant ones. Yeah, this one over here had a horizontal one. Not kind of see if it pops up on camera. You can maybe see it a little bit, but regardless, I assume most people will have the same sort of experience. But that's just something to be aware of. I mean, people aren't going out and like grading these right now. But I mean, if these become collectible or more collectible in the future, then that could be a thing. And cards from this set could be particularly hard to grade, just because of that surface grade. So just wanted to let you guys kind of know about that, and just something to be aware of. Like I said, probably doesn't matter right now, but if you are thinking about grading them, just really give those cards with the oil slick foil a really close look, just because print lines are probably going to be there.